Hey, everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here. No, not in Los Angeles. And yes, while I'm sad, I promise you continuing coverage of what is happening over at Alice. And got two guys with me today. I got Mr. Phil Colicchio of Colicchio
What?
Consulting, Trip Schneck of also of Colicchio Consulting. And if you guys are watching this video right now, you see the sunlight beaming off of them, so this is not off to a good start, guys, because you're really mocking me with all that sun while I got 10 inches of whiteness going on over here. Great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Uh, so, one of the things my guess is going on at Alice is there's continuing concern over expenses, and you guys really focus on that restaurant side. How are you seeing hoteliers out there really think about kind of food and beverage in different ways in order to help them kind of get out of this operational stress that they seem to be under with food and beverage?
Yeah, we see quite a bit of that issue, of that challenge. Um, what we are really seeing right now in the industry overall is a real focus on how to address a food and beverage through third parties profitably, right?
Right.
And B, how to add that experiential entertainment kind of component to it, both through what's presented and through design.
Yeah, that's a really great point. It's that entertainment element, right, Trip? Because that kind of really transforms it to something that people are just going to go do every once in a while. To hey, I have to do that. I'm going to do it again, and maybe it'll be at a premium price.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's for me as I'm here at Alice, I go back to my hotel ownership days at Thayer Lodging, and I think about our investment thesis, right, and how we differentiate assets, drive incremental revenue, and thus improve the value of the hotels. A lot of the a lot of the principles were around enhanced revenue management and interactive marketing and different things to the physical plant. When we're talking to owners now, um, it's a lot more food, beverage experience, ways to drive incremental business, differentiate the asset, and it's really the last frontier in the hotel space, as there's this kind of sea of sameness with technology and room packages and amenities. So
That's not completely true, Trip. I saw two different burgers, and they were on completely different plates. So one was red
I stand corrected.
and one was blue. So
Stand
I'm
corrected.
yeah, but yeah, you're absolutely right. It does feel the same, and it's so hard to differentiate yourself. So, Phil, that is really the nugget right there, is kind of create that point of differentiation. So people are going to be like, I'm going to spend my money there and again and again. Give us one tiny idea that kind of helps activate that kind of thought.
I give you something that's as old as the hills, but still really great. The tableside Caesar, right? The presentation of it.
Yep.
We often tell people, particularly when we're talking about design of either reimagining a restaurant or designing one, don't forget about the fire, right? The fire is actually free entertainment.
Yep.
People love to see it. It's actually very beautiful. And it creates an absolute environment that people feel that authenticity is going on there if things are touching flame. It's like real flame.
Yeah.
And so those are small things. That the larger things are really looking at hotel, or rather at restaurant design, as hey, let's and private dining is still important, and having a screen in a private dining room is important. But let's design the restaurant so that somebody can buy it out, right?
Yep.
And actually have some programming go on in the restaurant while that restaurant is being the center of someone's life.
Yeah, I like that. That is absolutely perfect. And you know what? We're gonna get a little bit more in detail on that in a no vacancy coming up in a few weeks. Tease a little there. Trip, how? Give me one example of how hoteliers should be thinking differently about F&B. One quick
Yeah,
example before we wrap up.
sure. I think it's important to note, well, we've been privileged to work with some of the best chefs and restaurateurs in the world.
Yep.
We never do celebrity for the sake of celebrity, right? It doesn't differentiation through food, beverage, and entertainment doesn't always mean fine dining, Michelin starred chefs, right? It can come in the form of a wine bar. It can come in the form of an elevated coffee program. So I think, we're seeing it all, right, on the beverage side, on the food side, on the experience side. The project we just completed, that you just teased out in Summerlin, brought in an unbelievable wine concept called Wino that really transformed the traditional hotel lobby bar, and it's been well received. So it doesn't always mean fine dining when we say differentiation through food and beverage.
Right, that is it does not always mean that. What it really means is understanding your property, understanding your core audience, and designing experiences based around that. You don't really know what you are, then you ultimately can't maximize what you can be. Uh, guys, I can't wait to continue this conversation with you soon. So thanks for the tease. I appreciate it. I will see you guys another time. And hey, please like, share, subscribe to our channel, all that kind of good stuff. Remember, you guys, you got one life, so blaze on, and we'll see you next time.